1976.
They've just taken Bobby Morris past. He's looks as though he's got a bit of a bruise on the leg also, and he's in some shock, but he's quite okay and walking, and they're just taking him back behind my motor car into the ambulance by the looks.
That's Christine Gibson.
I haven't physically seen Chris, but that was the first car I looked at when I arrived because it was fairly badly damaged.
Yeah, we can see her, Alan. She's just going into an ambulance. She's walking in. I think she's going there for transport as much as anything, and certainly they will want to check her over. But Christine is okay. She's sitting in the front seat of an ambulance.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, and we can see her.
I'm very pleased to hear that. Oh, it looks like we're going to start getting a few cars
Yeah.
out.
Before you go, Alan, and thank you, you've really done an incredible job there, but before you go, what's it like driving in the race against people who are your rivals on the track and very close friends at home to see that sort of accident in front of you?
Well, I've started up now. As I go past, you can probably pan your camera and see the motor cars on the right.
Well, for the first time in this race, Alan, in the history of it, we have the pits absolutely bare and all the cars parked on top of a mountain.
There's Kevin Bartlett's Chevy Camaro, which was an early leader of the race, doing sensational times out of the race.
Yeah, there's the front of KB's car.
Yes.
The front of Chris's car.
We're just passing David Silver's car.
Salika,
Yeah.
Bob Morris. I'd say there's probably, just doing a quick sum in my head, there's probably something in the order of $450,000 to $500,000 worth of damage just sitting back there. It's a very sad way for a thing to happen in a motor race like this. It makes no winner. It means that there's just no winner of the motor race. There may be a restart. There may be a winner declared, but unfortunately it makes it a non-race. Still, every sporting event has its highs and has its lows. And I guess we've just seen a very unfortunate low at the Hardy of 1,000.
Alan Grice just driving away from the scene of that accident. Those 5 cars were involved. 5 seriously more than that, tangled up there. The whole race brought to a halt. The field now threading down toward the pits. We'll bring news as what's going to happen with the race. But the news from the people there seems to be that everyone's okay. There are a couple of people limping. Bobby Morris seemed to have a bruised hip. We'll just show it again. That's Bob there. Now, a little earlier, that he and Christine Gibson seemed to touch as they came around the top of McPhillamy Park. Clive Benson Brown then came in and gave a thump on the back of Morris's car and spun him right around. Kevin Bartlett was involved. David Selden car number 57. Alan Brown number 4.
I think we'll have to take a look at this one more time to have a look. Benson Brown has gone in. So Chris Gibson. Morris hits the front and I think gets hit again from behind. He's just there.
That's when Alan Brown came in and David Selden on the other side caught up in it all. In the little Gemini. He was a fairly early participant in that. Maybe the 2 faster cars were trying to overtake him there. There's only conjecture. We don't know what's happened. 6 cars involved. Just how damaged these Selden cars, I don't know. But certainly very heavy damage to go to Chris Gibson's car number 20, which was running in 6th place. To Bobby Morris's car number 7, which was running in 2nd place and catching the leader. And to Alan Brown's car, which was also one of the front runners among the Commodores. And to a car that had led for a while when being driven by Gary Rogers with Clive Benson Brown, and came in so close he couldn't do much about it and just ran into the back of Bob Morris. And he is out of the running at the moment. Well, action here from the great race. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Accident when most of the field went in on the first lap. It was incredible, and the flag marshals were spontaneous. I came through the McPhillamy Park section and the circuit was literally blocked with crashed cars. And I just couldn't stop the Jaguar. I managed to spin it and get most of the speed off and just bumped a smaller car backwards. But most of the drivers up there seem to be okay. The officials from the club have been there immediately and cleared the situation and got us back here for a restart. But I'm not sure now, of course, whether that's going to take place. But it was quite a lot of destruction up there.
You wouldn't have seen what happened at the head of all that.
No, I know what happened, though. Chris Gibson, I think, was bumped from the inside by the little black Tirana. I can't remember the driver's name. But unfortunately, it involved Kevin Bartlett and Bob Morris, who were running in contention, so it was bad luck for those blokes. They're in a bit of pain.
Too.
Yeah, and Gary Rogers. They're in a bit of pain, Gary, but I think everybody's OK. I guess that's the good news.
OK, Gossip.
Thanks very much. That's John Goss, and he was right behind that horrendous crash when it occurred. A monumental pile-up, over 8 cars involved, completely blocking the circuit and calling a halt to the great race. Back to Mike Raymond.
At the top of the circuit, it's Evan Green here, Mike Raymond, just trying to find out what's going on, whether or not we're going to have a race starting again or not. We can see the scene there from our helicopter where the track is still blocked, and the recovery vehicles there hauling Alan Brown's car on first, car number 4. The Commodore with a battered front end being hauled up. Bobby Morris's car behind, spun round, went running in second place. Totally out of the race, of course. The crowd gathered around the fence there, some pretty shocked